Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Keith with Craps TX. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, please hit that thumbs up for us. It helps out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when a new video comes out. So today's strategy, we're going to run one by Craps Crusader. There's his banner right there. Go check out his channel. A lot of great videos and great strategies. This one is based on Tic Tac Toe. And what do I mean by that? Well, you'll just have to stick around and find out. We'll explain it here shortly. First of all, let me thank our two partners, PokerChipMania.com. They are a small business that carries everything that you need for that real casino feel at home. We've got some clay chips that they carry. They also have ceramic and casino-style chips. Plus, they have these striped dice composite chips that I use here at my table. They have supplies for poker, blackjack, roulette also. They carry the 19 millimeter dice. They've also got the chip racks that the chips sit in, as well as the cases that you can carry them in. If you have some sort of custom order, if you have some questions, they're super responsive. Just reach out to them. They're easy to work with. And they've also given my viewers a little bit of a break. You get a 10% off discount if you use that code right down there at the bottom of that banner, CrapsTX10, at checkout, and get 10% off your entire order. PokerChipMania.com. Upgrade your home game room with some quality gear. Next up, we'd like to thank gripmats.etsy.com. That's the makers of this deluxe craps mat that I use right here. They also have mats for poker, blackjack, baccarat. Plus, they have a huge lineup of themed and licensed designs, mini designs from Lord of the Rings, Dune, Star Wars, DC, Marvel, Hero Quest. They can also make game mats for chess, checkers, and backgammon. They make desk mats for your office. They also have wood pattern mats. They can do custom shapes. They also have travel and storage options for your mats. These mats are super durable and water resistant. They have a little video on their website where they pour a little water out on one of the mats. It beads up and they just wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. So they are also a small business, and we like to help these small businesses because they are helping us as well. They do run some percentage off discounts, and they're great about custom orders. Just reach out to them. Gripmats.etsy.com. Quality mats that stay flat, grip the table, and hold up over time. Links for both of those will be down in the description below. Please go check them out. And also check out some of the other links that I have down in the description below. All right, first of all, let's just go ahead and get the money out of the way. We're going to be playing at a 15 or 25. He did 25. I'm kind of debating on whether or not to play 15 or 25. Let's go ahead and play at the $25 level. You can play this at any level. You'll see how it goes. You can play it on bubble craps. You can play it at 5, 10, 15, and 25. We'll play at 25. All right, so we've got 1,000, I believe. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I've got 100 there in red. That is 1,000. We'll get that out of the way. This is Tic Tac Toe. All right, it's going to be based on getting 3 in a row, and you'll see that here in just a moment. And it's also going to be using the sister numbers. So if you are familiar with what that sister numbers are, your 4 and 10 are sister numbers, your 5 and 9 are sister numbers, and your 6 and 8 are sister numbers because they have the same payouts. So these two have the same payouts. 5 and 9, same payout. 4 and 10 have the same payout. All right, you may see these orange chips over here, or they may look pumpkin on your screen. These are going to be used for the markers to mark our tic-tac-toe. We are going to be playing all the way across. So that is going to be 160 across at the $25 level. We're going to be looking for 3 hits of one side or the other, or like we're going to be looking for 3 hits like that, and then that's our tic-tac-toe. Or you could also get 3 hits that way on one number, and that's your tic-tac-toe. Whenever you get to that, anytime you hit a number, you're gonna press that number up all the way with whatever you won. If you have to throw in an extra $1 or $2, you do that. But after that tic-tac-toe is hit, you then go back down to your base level, which on here we're doing 160, I believe I said. So we'll just ask the dealer to take us back down to 160, collect your winnings, and then from there on you can do whatever you want. You'll wait to the next shooter before you play tic-tac-toe again. All right, so let's quit talking about it and let's go ahead and play it. It's always easier, at least for me, visually, to learn a different strategy like that. We are not going to be the shooter. We're going to wait for a point to be set. We are using the green dice today. Hopefully that'll bring us some money. All right, let's get a point. We are coming out. Dice are out. Again, we're playing at a $25 table, and this is called Tic Tac Toe. There is boxcars. 12 midnight does not help us. There is a frontline winner, 617. Pay the pass line. And there is a square pair, hard 8. All right, 8 will be our point. And at this point, how many times can I say point? Point. We're going to play 160 across. You can throw your money out there. Dealer, please set me up 160 across. And that looks just like that. All right, now we're looking to play some tic-tac-toe. Of course, at a real casino, you cannot put markers out there and mark your numbers. You'll just kind of have to keep it in your head, or maybe make a little spot on your rack to mark the numbers that you're hitting. There's a 6, 4, 10. All right, that's our first hit, 25. We're actually buying the 4 and the 10. I should have said that in the beginning. Anytime you're over $20 at most tables, you can buy it, which just means you get a 2-to-1 odds for a vig per $20. So in this instance, that 25 is going to pay 50 for a $1 vig. I don't have a dollar, so I'll throw in 5 and I'll get 4 back. The dealer will ask you for a dollar. Most casinos pay the vig on the win. And when we're going to tell the dealer, press me up all the way to 75. All right, so that 10 is up to 75. Oh, and we've got to mark that. That is our first hit of the tic-tac-toe. Dice out. There's a 6, 5, yo, 11. Nothing doing there. And right back to back. See ya, yo, buddy, yo, 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 yo. And a 5, 4, 9. Okay, so we've got our second hit. And look, we're getting tic-tac-toe going. So if we hit a 6 or 8, that is going to complete the tic-tac-toe. Because if you hit one of the numbers on this side, you can go ahead and move it over here. Whichever number hits first, that's the side you're going to concentrate on. All right, let's go ahead and pay that 9. 25 is going to pay 35. And you're just going to say, dealer, stack it up. So we are going to stack it up. $35. Did I do that right? Yes. Okay, $35. So I now have 60 on the 9. All right, dice are out. And there is a 10. Hard 10. Okay, that is really good. 75 is going to pay 150. That will... We have to pay a vig. That's going to be $3, I believe. Close to $4. They may charge you $4 because at the $80 level, it would be at $4. And then you're just going to tell the dealer to press you all the way up. We can actually, what is that? 100 there. So we got 225 on there, and then we've got another hit. So we're not only going this way, we're going that way. So whichever one of these, a 10 or a 6 or 8 hits next, then that'll complete the tic-tac-toe. All right, dice are out. There's 3 craps, ace, deuce. Dice are out. And there is a hard 4. Okay, well, that's going to complete our tic-tac-toe. Even though it's right here, we're going to move the sister number over, and we can do that. So let's go ahead and pay that first. That 25 will pay 50 for a $1 vig. And did we pay our $3 vig a while ago? I don't think we did. So let's go ahead and pay that too, because I don't believe I paid that $3 vig. All right, so now is when we say, because that's our third hit, we were able to move that over there, or our tic-tac-toe rather, completed. Take me back down to 96 inside, or across. Gosh, Keith, get it right. All right, so that's not bad at all. We're putting a couple black chips back, and let's go ahead and take our markers down. And at this point, we got the green chips over here too. There we go. 275, 285 that we're going to be putting back. All right, so we are in the green for this shooter, and we can do anything we want at this point. You can even regress right now if you wanted. We're at a $25 table. You could take your 4 and 10 down if you wanted, or however you wanted to do it. Do what you want to do. He was like stacking numbers, like he would stack on the 5 or the 6 or the 8. And he did fairly well towards the end. He actually even stopped before he went through all of his shooters because his rack was full of chips. All right, let's go ahead and pay our 5. 25 is going to pay 35. Again, we can do kind of whatever we want. I'm going to go ahead and just press these numbers, the 6 and the 8 over here, rather than follow the dice. I'll stack up some of the more popular numbers that's going to hit. So that is 35. I'm actually going to have to throw in an extra $1. And I need change. There's 5 for 5. And I'll throw in an extra $1 on there. That is 65 and 66. I got 66 on the 8. Nice out. Like I said, at this point, after you get your Tic Tac Toe, you can do whatever you want to do. There's 25. That is going to pay 50 for a dollar vig. Throw that dollar in, and I'll go ahead and press up the 10 and the 4 on that. Let's just see if we can't get a little action on one of those two, rather than stack up one number. Although, again, I could have done that. 325. 25 is going to pay 35. All right. I am now going to say put that on the 6, please, as my voice breaks, because at 61, I'm going through puberty again, apparently. All right, there is 66 on the 6. If we can get one of these to hit, we might regress again. And there we go. That is going to pay, that's a 2x4 6. That's going to, 66 is going to pay 77. So there is 75, 6, and 7. And I will go ahead and regress back down to 160 just because I can. That's going to help us out tremendously. We got some pretty good hits there. And there we go. All right. I'm going to go ahead and color up too while I put this away. There is 1 for 1. Nothing there and nothing there. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this back over here. And we are still on the same shooter, I believe. Correct? Correct. Nice out. 538. All right. That is point hit. 25 will pay 35. You know, you could have said, hey, you could have kept going and keep stacking. That's true. But at the same time, I want to collect some money. All right. But I'll go ahead and say, press me up again. You know, go ahead and press that up all the way. And I'll have to throw in $1 to make it a proper bet for the 8. That's 66 on there now. All right. And we're looking for a new point. Bets are off. Dice are out. We're playing Tic Tac Toe. We've already hit Tic Tac Toe once. 437. I think we're still on our first shooter. That was a frontline winner, by the way, 437. Puck was off, so it did not affect us. There's a 314. That's going to be our new point. And we've already played our tic-tac-toe with our first shooter, so we're going to do what we like, do what we want. 6-5, yo, 11. Let's see if we can get an 8. There we go. Called it. Called it. 538. 66 is going to pay 77. 75, 6, and 7. Okay, we can do what we want. Right, right. All right, I'm just going to say, dealer, take me up to 120. How about that? So let me get change for that there. There is 5. And let's go ahead and color this green up. And we'll say 8 is now at 120. So taking a little bit of a chance there, but we've made some pretty good money on this shooter. So we will take that chance. Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance. Nice out. 6, 2, 8. 120 is going to pay 140, 125, 35, and 40. Now what are we going to do? Let's go to 180. I'll get change for that black chip there. There we go. Dealer, take me to 180. You don't have to press all the way up like we did in the beginning when we were playing tic-tac-toe. So I'm just kind of going with the flow, playing what I like. Do what you like. All right, there's $80 back to the rack. We're getting good stacks right there just on that shooter. Nice out. 617, and we spoke too soon, but we did pretty darn good on that shooter, and I'm not going to complain. Nobody would listen anyway, right? Right. All right, puck goes off. Let's go ahead and just rack this up. There's 300, 400, 500, made 500, 500. Tell where I'm from Texas. It's 500. I'm going to swap that out for a quarter. And yes, we did very well on that shooter. All right, so now we get to go play tic-tac-toe again. That we're halfway through the video on shooter number 2. And we're playing at the $25 level. Let's go ahead and get us another set of dice. Some of y'all say this is not necessary, but I like to do it just to keep it real. That keeps it real. Nice out. Looking for a point. There's a 6, 4, 10. Just got to turn the puck over right there. All right, now we're going to throw out our 160. Not literally, Keith. Come on, man. So that's 25 on each number, and then 30 on the 6 and 8. Now let's play some tic-tac-toe. Shall we? Dice are out. There's a 2x4 6. All right, so 6 is our first hit. So we're going to play tic-tac-toe this way, or if it gets to be one of the, 3 down, 25 is going to pay 35. We're going to say, dealer, just press me all the way up. He's going to ask you for $1 because that's going to make it 66. And that's our first hit on Tic Tac Toe. Let's see if we can't get another one. And we cannot. Is that copyrighted? I wonder if that's copyrighted. Don't say anything. It wasn't the same key. It was off key, so can't get me for that. All right, that is going to go off. Shooter number 2 just said, hey, hold my beer. Watch this. All right, there's a heart 8. Let's take that. We are waiting for a point to be set, playing Tic Tac Toe, as seen on Craps Crusaders channel. Give us a thumbs up. See what you think about that. Let's do it with that hand. 5, 4, 9. 9 is going to be our point. While you're waiting for the chips to be set, yeah, let's go ahead and put that thumbs up for us. Push this video out to some more eyes in my channel. We got to get up to 1,000 subscribers so we can have our giveaway. All right, let's put out 160, and now we're back to playing Tic Tac Toe. Please, no. Oh, no. All right, you know what? Instead of setting that up again, I am just going to pay 150 and 160. This is off. This is off. This is the money for my next shooter. That way I don't have to set it up again and waste 17 seconds. All right, dice are out. We're looking for a point. Bet is off. This is our next shooter, 6, 4, 10. That looks a lot like the last shooter. And now let's play some Tic Tac Toe, hopefully. Yes, 4, 1, 5. At least got one hit. 25 is going to pay 35. We're just going to say, dealer, stack it up. That you don't have to throw in any extra chips for. You now have 60 on the 5. Nice out. And a 4, 3, 7. Man, we are catching up on 7s, aren't we? Well, let's just take that 35 back, and we'll take our orange chip back, and we'll throw a black chip out, and 2 green, and 2 red, and that is 160, and I'm going to pay for my next shooter, and just leave those chips out there, turn that puck off. Puck off, man. All right, we'll take that right there, and dice are out. Let's see if we can get one more long roll here. 6, 3, 9. 9 is going to be our point, and now we're going to play our Tic Tac Toe. Let's see if we can't get 3 across or 3 up and down. There's a 6, 3, 9. That's point hit, but it still pays, and it gets a marker there for our Tic Tac Toe. That is going to pay $35. Dealer, just press it all the way up. All the way up. There is 60 on the 9. Bets are off. We're looking for a new point. 4, 1, 5. 5 will be our point. Couple more hits for Tic Tac Toe, please. There is a hard 8. All right, that is our second hit. So now we're looking for a 10 or a 4 to complete that way, or we can go up and down. But anyway, let's get this paid out first. That is 35. That's going to pay. And we're going to throw in $1 because we're going to press all the way up. That'll make it 66, which is a proper bet for the 8. Oh, wow, my voice is cutting out. All right, dice out. We need that one more hit, please. Ooh. Ooh. Couldn't have done that any better. Oh. Threw it down with authority. All right, yeah, so we're buying that 10, yeah, already. So 25 is going to pay 50 for $1 big. And that is our third hit of the Tic Tac Toe. So we could go ahead and say, dealer, please take me back down to 160. And that will look a lot like something. Okay, no hits on that side. So yeah, there we go. There's $121 going back to the rack. We will take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Not quite back to our 160, but getting close. Now we can do whatever we want. Dice out. 3, 2, 5. There's point hit. 25 is going to pay 35. I'm going to press up my 8 instead. Well, why did you leave it out there? Well, because I want to collect some money. I'm going to throw out $1. Make it 66. All right, now bets are off. Even though I hit the 5, I'm pressing up the 8. Bets are off, looking for a new point. There's a 2x4, 6. I guess you could also work to come out at this point too if you wanted. Dice out. And a 5, 4, 9. 25 is going to pay 35. I will say, dealer, press up my 6. Whoa, that pays 35, not 36. Okay, so press up my 6. And he's going to ask you for another $1. There's another $1. Now we have 66 on the 8 and 66 on the 6. All right, there we go. Hard 8. That 66 is going to pay 77. And I'm just going to go ahead and collect one more time just so we can get our money back and say, dealer, take me back down to 30 each on the 6 and 8. So your dealer's going to be doing a little work, so throw him a little chip here and there, or, you know, play some bets for him. Yep, let's put that back over here. And we're still on the same shooter, right? Right. Nice out. 516. That is point hit. 25 is going to pay 35. I will put that on the 6 and throw out $1. So that's now a proper bet at $66. Nice out. We're going to be right back on the 6 for the point. And we are playing whatever we want at this point because we already hit our Tic Tac Toe. And there's a 617, so we're not going to play anything else on that. 21 minutes. We got time for one more shooter. This will be our last shooter. Right? Right. So let's get our point and we'll play Tic Tac Toe one more time just so you can see how it goes. Hopefully you got it down by now. If not, rewind the video and watch it again. That would help. All right, let's get a point coming out. 639. 9 is going to be our point. And now we're going to throw out 160 across and start attempting to get our Tic Tac Toe. All right, dice are out. There's ace deuce, 3 craps. Does not help, does not hurt us. We need the box numbers. There we go. 2, 6, 8. Easy 8. Let's go ahead and mark it. 25 is going to pay 35. Dealer, just press me all the way up. Throw me $1. There you go. And again, these orange chips are just markers. They are not anything to do with the bet whatsoever. All right, so now since we got the 8, we're going to work on these 3 numbers here. So if we hit any of these over here, we're just going to move them over there. Nice out. 639. There is our point, and that is also our second hit. Looks like we're going right in order. 25 is going to pay 35. I'll go ahead and press up all the way on that. Again, I guess you could press the 8 again if you didn't want to press the 9, if you just want to keep going all the way up on one number. But let's go ahead and turn that off and get a new point. Bets are off. Dice are out. There's a 437. Obligatory good time for that to come out. Dice out. There is a hard 4. 4 is going to be our point, and we need one more hit to complete that Tic Tac Toe. Can we do it? There is a 6-5, yo 11, and a 5-1-6. Okay, that doesn't complete. 25 is going to pay 35. What we'll do is go ahead and mark that. See, since it's the 6, we're going to move it over to this side, so we'll mark the 8. So now we need at least one more 8. Or a 4 or a 10. We need a 6, an 8, a 4, or a 10. And that'll complete the tic-tac-toe. But anyway, we're going to press that 8 up. 35, so $1, 36. I don't even know where we're at on that now. $1 million, I believe. But we'll figure it out if we hit it. If we hit it. All right, 8 would be very nice. Nice out. There's a 3-1-4. Okay, so that is point hit, and that's also going to complete our tic-tac-toe because we're going to move it over to the sister number. But let's go ahead and pay that 4 real quick. That is 50 for 1. That pays 2 to 1 with $1 big. And we'll go ahead and say, take me down to 160. You can leave it all out there. You don't have to take it down, but, you know, it's good to collect money. All right, we'll take our markers down, and we don't have to play that tic-tac-toe anymore. I guess if you still wanted to, you could. But he just went through it where he played it once per shooter and then would play whatever strategy he liked after that. And we definitely got our money back, I believe, 125, 35, 45, 55, 56, 57. I spoke too soon. We're $3 shy. Nice out. There is a 538. $3 shy for that shooter. 8 will be our point, and we are going to just play whatever strategy we want at this point. There is a hard 10. I'll take that. That is going to pay 2 to 1 for $1. And I will go ahead and press my 10 and 4 up by 1. Could have put those anywhere, but might as well go ahead and take advantage of those outside numbers. They have been coming up. There is a boxcar 12 midnight. All the spots and dots we got. 628, that is going to be point hit. 25 is going to pay 35. I'm just going to press the 6 and 8 up by 1 unit. So I'm going to collect that quarter, and then I'll throw out $2, and we'll make those, what, 25, 30, 35, 36. All right, looking for a new point. Bets are off, dice are out. 415. 5 will be our point. This is our last shooter on the Tic Tac Toe strategy. We already completed the Tic Tac Toe with this shooter, and we have completed this shooter. There is a 257 or a 5-2, and you're through. All right, let's take this down, and we'll take the chips out and see where we ended up. We started out with $1,000. $1,000. Not sure. I mean, we had that one good shooter. I have to kind of see where we're at here. I'm not sure that we got back. This because of a couple of hits that we took, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe I didn't pay myself correctly at one point, which is totally possible. All right, let's see what we got here. There's 5. I don't think I can do this, but I'll try. There's 5 and 5. 5 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is $125. So we will, that stays there. These will come over here. Don't want to double pay myself like I have before on other videos. And let's see what we have here. There's 4, 4, and 4. That's $300. We're going to be darn close. So black chips will tell the story. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 1,000. Wow. Looks like we're going to make a ton of money. There's 50, 55, 6, 7, and 8. $1,058. Profit is profit, right? You know, and we're just doing it for the sake of the video. So, you know, if you're at a table, you're up. So might as well keep playing, or might as well walk away. You get profit. Be happy with some profit. Stay in the game. You know, go take a breather. Get a little drink. Get a little something to eat. Go to your room, take a nap. Whatever you got to do. So that is Tic Tac Toe as seen on Craps Crusaders channel. There is his banner one more time. The link for that channel and this video will be down in the description below. Let me know what you think in the comments below about Tic Tac Toe. Is there any improvements we could make? Did I mess up somewhere? Should I have shot left-handed instead of right-handed? I don't know. That'd be kind of difficult. I'd have to backhand it. Anyway, we also have an email if you'd like to email us instead, crapstx@gmail.com. I do respond to the emails. As long as you're nice, I'll be nice back. This is CrapsTX. We'd really like you to hit that thumbs up before you leave, though. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when a new video comes out. Also, thank our partners, PokerChipMania.com and GripMats.etsy.com. Please go check them out. Links will be in the description below. Now, got that out of the way. My name's Keith. Thank you so much for watching. This is CrapsTX. We'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye.